Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and in this tutorial I am going to explain you what is a not null constraint in SQL and how we can use them with some simple example. Not null constraint enforces a column to not accept the null values. A null value is not the same as no data, rather it represents the unknown data. This enforces a field to always contain a value, which means that you cannot insert a new record or update a record without adding a value to this field. By default, a column can hold null values. If you do not want a column to have a null value, then you need to define such a constraint on this column, specifying that null is now not allowed for that column. Here you can see in this example, not null constraint is used effectively in the create table command, in which for customers table, 3 columns namely ID, name and age have a not null constraint, which means we cannot insert null values in the specified columns. Let me explain you with some simple example. This is the SQL command line interface, and today we are going to use not null constraint on a create table command. In this example, we will create students table in which the columns will be student number, first name, last name and class. For this, we will give not null constraint to student number, first name and last name. Let me show you how to do it. For this, you just have to type create table and we have to give table name, which is students. Students, in bracket we have to give column names one by one. First one is students number, students number and its data type, which will be integer, and after this we have to give not null constraint here. So just type not null, comma, on the second line the second column will be first name, first name and its data type, which is varchar, and again the not null constraint, comma. So third column is last name, its data type varchar 20, and again the not null constraint, and the last column will be class, class integer and bracket close, semicolon and enter. Now the table has been created. Let me show you how the metadata looks like. For this, you just have to type describe command, which is desc students, semicolon and enter. Here you can see the column names along with its data type, and here are the constraint. As you can see, the not null constraint has been applied to student number, first name and last name. Now for validation, we will try to insert null values in one of these 3 columns to check if not null constraint is working properly. To learn more about SQL insert command, we have a separate video for this. Just click on the I button here. For this, just type insert into, and now the table name, which is students values, and we have to give the values one by one. So first one is student number. So instead of giving it a value, we will use null value, null, comma, and the first name Adam, comma, and again we have used not null constraint for last name. So we will again try to use null value, null, comma, and the class will be fifth. Bracket close. After hitting semicolon and enter, here you can see it is showing error, cannot insert null values into students number. We will again try to insert null values in the first name column here. So for this, just type insert into students values. First one is student number, so 101, comma, instead of giving a first name we will give null, comma, last name Sandler, comma, and the class which is 7th. Bracket close, semicolon and enter. Here you can see the same error message, but in this case cannot insert null values into student.firstname. So it is clearly showing that we cannot insert null values in the first name column. As you can see, we can use this type of constraint to effectively restrict the data by giving some specified rules. I hope you got clear understanding about not null constraint. To get more clarification over SQL, watch our other SQL videos in the SQL playlist. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and also ring the notification bell to get latest update.